Good afternoon. My name is Jacqueline, and I'm a marketing assistant at the Career Center. Thank you so much for being a part of our interview and sharing your insights of the company. And if you could just introduce yourself and your company, that'd be great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me, Jacqueline. My name is Dhara. I am a talent partner for campus recruitment at SOTI. It's a software development company located in Mississauga.
And thank you so much for being our premium sponsor here today. So we'll get started. As you can see, there's so many students that come into the Get Hired Fair, and it can often be overwhelming for some students. So for the students that may feel invisible at large in networking events, what advice would you give them, and what is a cheat code for standing out at networking events?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is quite hard to stand out in a room full of hundreds of people, 50 plus companies, which you are aspiring to work for at some point in your career. It can get quite overwhelming. My advice is firstly understand that employers and us as recruiters, we are here to talk to students. There's no other purpose or reason behind it, right? So I don't think they should shy away from talking. We are here literally to interact and share as much as information as we can. My cheat code would be preparation and plus curiosity. Adding both of these, I think, goes a long way. I highly recommend students, when you get a list of companies that are coming in, you know that these are the companies that are going to show up. Take a couple of minutes. You don't necessarily have to speak to every employer. Pick maybe five to six that will suit best depending on the program that you're studying. Do a little research on those companies and go up to the recruiter, give a strong introduction, and then ask a curious question about what you have read for their company. I feel that will help you, make a mark, and it will be memorable for the recruiter as well. So a little bit of preparation and curiosity goes a long way when you're meeting the recruiters, and it will help you stand out. You wouldn't feel as overwhelmed as you should be.
Thank you so much for that. So, with so many students and so many hiring opportunities and job postings, is there an entry level role at your company that you feel students often overlook? And what are some skills that you believe that will be essential in your industry over the next coming years?
Yeah, absolutely. So, SOTI being a software company, software developer roles are quite common within our company, and honestly, they're fantastic roles. But some of the I would say fresh new grad or graduated roles that I see that get overlooked would be quality assurance, software testing, software analyst, and even technical support roles. These are kind of roles which help students get their feet in the ground, get the ball rolling. And honestly, I have seen QAs who have over the time progressed into product development or even software development, right? Some of the skills that I see emerging would be a mix of both technical and soft skills or communication skills. Within the technical world, as we all know, AI is the topic of the town. So everybody is talking about it. And honestly, at this given point in time, learning the basics of what AI is very essential in any sort of position that you are in, be it technical or non technical. Communication skills, I would say having that ability to collaborate, be a team player, and work alongside a team are some of the skills that we truly look into.
So much. There's so many different students coming here looking at the different companies that are here. So, what is a common misconception that students have about your industry that you'd love to clear up?
Yeah, well, this is an easy one for me because I see this happening, especially when I speak to students. The misconception is that you need to know everything in the technological world when you're applying to a position. I truly believe that's just not true at all. Um, Technology is ever evolving. Even the most experienced professionals are still learning, right? What we look for is your willingness to learn, your curiosity, and that problem solving ability. That is something that cannot be taught, it is innate, and you have to put it out there. It's not part of your curriculum, it's not part of your program. That is something that you're able to do by yourself, right? So, not knowing everything is okay. We don't expect students and new grads to be experts. We understand that you're learning and you have a set knowledge that you come with.
Thank you very much. So demonstrating a culture fit with people applying to your positions, how can students show that they are a good culture fit and even before they get hired with their resumes and interviews?
Absolutely. So, this was one of the questions that I was asked quite a bit in today's career fair as well. For us, culture goes beyond what is there just in the resume as well, right? If I have to talk about what I will see in a resume before even I speak to the candidate, uh, going above and beyond your field, right? Doing more extracurricular activities, showing your leadership abilities, joining certain student clubs while you were in university, doing some voluntary or community service roles. That just helps us understand that, okay, you are somebody who's social, you can work in a team environment, in a team setting, and you are pretty out there, right? Those are the kind of qualifications that we also pay very very keen attention to, which sometimes students think that does not bring value, but truly it does bring a lot of value. And when it comes to soft skills, when we are interviewing those candidates, it is truly your communication skills, right? Researching and keenly listening to the interviewer or the hiring manager, asking smart questions and relevant questions, which shows your curiosity of what you want to learn about the company, the work environment there, the culture there. Truly showing that you're passionate about the position is something that shows that you would be a good fit culture wise within SOTI.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And for our last question, as so many students here are going to be graduating soon, what is a piece of advice that you'd give to somebody who is starting their first job outside of university?
Well, this question would have applied to me a few years ago as well, because I started my first job not too long ago. For me, I believe that your first job is your learning ground and it's just not a job title. You should treat it as a way where you are still in school and you're learning on a day to day basis, but in a field of your expertise, of where you want to see yourself grow. Never be afraid to make those mistakes. We're all humans and we all make mistakes, and that truly is your learning growth and your learning path, where you realize what kind of mistakes you've made and you acknowledge it, but you overcome that and you don't repeat it in the future. And in my opinion, your first job does not define your career, it should just lay the foundation and then you grow up the ladder from there.
Okay, thank you so much. That concludes the interview today, and thank you so much for being a part of this. And I
Thank
hope you
you.
enjoy the rest of the fair.
Thank you so much.